All right, so let's look. My homie leads Zapdos, right? I lead Zapdos because I know how to play Pokemon, and so does my opponent. I go for Thunder Wave, they're Lumberry. They go for Thunder Wave, I'm not Lumberry. So a lot of people would think that they have the advantage here. Now they reveal Rhyperior, and I'm terrified. I click Thunder Wave again because there's not many ground types that come in on Zapdos in Gen 4. Unfortunately, this is the ground type that comes in on Zapdos in Gen 4. But unfortunately for my opponent, I have a Celebi. Ew, I sound like I sound like some people in Gen 4. I have a Celebi, right? And these guys are not running the Mega Horn right now. They're sub Stone Edge SD. Crits me, turn 4. It's cool. Let me put this on fast. We both have Celebi, which I thought was really interesting. But we're both going to be Rock, I'm thinking exactly. So we're running very similar teams. Now, you would think that I'm also running Rhyperior, but I'm not. I'm not running Rhyperior. I'm running Flygon. I bring it on the T-Wave, which a lot of these Tinkerbell sets like to run. And I go for U-turn here, and I bring out Jirachi, because I assume it'd recover, or Grass Knot. I go back to Zapdos on the Thunder Wave, I believe. As Jirachi comes out, I go for Hidden Power Ice, trying to catch Rhyperior. Very good play on the opponent's part. I go for double Hidden Power Ice here, thinking they'd switch. They're just going for Iron Head without sand. I go for Hidden Power. Is this Hidden Power Ice again? Wow. I'm going to tell you I went for Hidden Power Ice that turn, but I didn't, maybe. They make a great double into Tyranitar, predicting my Celebi. Unfortunately for them, I'm like max defense, so I can two-shot Bantar and Live Pursuit, as you can see right there. But considering they only do 48, I can get back 2% per turn and go a little farther. No, I can't. Shouldn't have done that, I guess. Immediately Pursuit crit. There's the Earthquake after. Well, there goes my Rhyperior switching. Zapdos comes out. I go Tyranitar here. They double to star me. It's okay. I'm a Bantar. I'll live every hit. I can knock them out with Crunch. They go for Thunder Wave there. Oh, I go for Crunch. I knock them out. And then my opponent decided to go Celebi, which is wild because I am banded. They don't kill me and I kill them back. Never mind. They crit me. And I died as well. So they just crit 2 Pokemon that don't die. And then, yeah, a couple recovers here, as you can see. So great turns. So Celebi is actually the only thing holding this team together because Zapdos isn't leftovers and Sand is up. So my Rachi can actually beat Zapdos if I Thunder Wave it, and then Earthquake from Flygon would be really good. But yeah, Ogen crits doing 50 is crazy. I try and go for a Hidden Power, I believe, here. Yep, I go for Hidden Power. I break through. It does 26 because of Sandstorm. I go Starmie, which lives the hit. And then right here, I believe I decide to recover. And I just go for Surf, just in case my opponent wants to expect me to spin. Because I'm kind of going for, like, desperate plays. Because if I go Rachi and this thing comes in, at this point, I'm kind of just, like, trying to put it low enough for U-turn. Unfortunately, that is not enough for U-turn. They make a wild play at going hard Zapdos here, as I try to Thunder Wave Zapdos, so maybe my Jirachi can win. Unfortunately, my guy had other plans. I do go for Hidden Power here as well, because it's relatively safe. That boy goes for Focus Punch. I could not have predicted this turn. I'm going to be completely honest. I could not. Turn 32 was a turn I never could have predicted. And now I'm like, okay. Stall them out. They go for Fire Punch. And I'm trying to paralyze them. They're trying to Iron Head flinch me to death. And I'm still trying to paralyze them. Unfortunately, Zapdos does lose in Gen 4 to Jirachi in Sand. If Zapdos is in Sand, typically Arachi will beat it 1v1 if it's paralyzed. So I try to get off some Thunder Waves so I can do something here, but I do not. My Flygon comes out. I go for Earthquake. They Iron Head. I double Arachi here. I'm trying to paralyze their Zapdos as well, and I'm going to attempt to beat them 1v1. Unfortunately, they break through and paralyze me. I'm trying to waste some turns here. Skip, skip, skip. Para, because I'm trying to pass this Flygon as well. They get me on the Hidden Power Ice. I say good game. So that was game 1. It's best of 3. So, you know, game 1 went phenomenally. All my Mons that could have killed Mons said, nah, crit. All right, here's game 2. So I say F it. I'm leading Jirachi this time. I go into Swampert. This is a great series of plays, by the way. I get Earthquake. I get Grass Knotted and get on my rocks. By the way, this team I'm using does not like mix Rachi lead. I go back to Jirachi. But showing Psychic plus Grass Knot as well is really cool because this is a more offensively based team. It's not going to be a more like defensively based team just based on that. You can tell. Go for Fire Punch, does nothing. And I get hit empowered. Luckily, it's not a 2-shot on me. I opt to go Gliscor here because I got the chip. I should live Psychic. Nice. And I knock him out with EQ. So I gave up so much just for lead Rachi, but I needed that for my... You'll see in the end game. I needed that for my team. All right, Big Starmie comes out. I'm just going to go for EQ here. The Ice Beam, which is fair. No reason not to give chip. And now I bring out my big hitter, Magneton, the GOAT of DPP OU. They bring out a Steel type to be trapped. I go for Hidden Power Ground. I think that was Hidden Power Ground or... Oh, no, excuse me, Grass. I go for Hidden Power Grass or Ice on a Hail Mary, trying to catch some crap. We bring out Latias here. Why Town over Zone? So Zone is too slow to outspeed Starmie in this generation, whereas Magneton does. Also outspeeding Scarftar and things like that. So it's a better choice, Scarfer. And it's also faster than like Adamant Dragonite at +1. So I go Lottie, which has leftovers, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bait them to explode on me. Which is what I do, right? Getting rid of that is really nice. So maybe now a Bantar comes out. Typically these builds, are going to be Bantar. So I go out to my own Bantar, and I'm like, cool. I'm going to try and ADV them because I'm not superpower, unfortunately. So this Bantar, for some reason, has Rock Slide. So I try to go for Rock Slide to try to beat them like it's Gen 3 or VGC. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you try and play VGC. But I got a lot of damage from Magneton's Thunderbolt. So I can go Swampert now. I can knock him out EQ. And this is really big, getting rid of T-Tar. I said gig game at this point because I was like, it's over. Hits a Hydro, knocks me out. But I can go Magneton here. And just T-Bolt. I can go Magneton and T-Bolt. And this is where homie kind of... You win the game by clicking Draco here, right? Draco's a kill on Rachi. And it does a shitload to Mag. Even if you're Scarf, like you do a shitload to both. Homie picks the Scarf Thunderbolt. Which is not the play. And now he's kind of stun-locked himself. He's kind of stun-locked himself because if I also have a chance to pair up, but he doesn't kill me. So I live, doesn't paralyze me, which electric types can be paralyzed in this gen. And then he brings out Dragonite. And I get the craziest turn 19 crit for revenge for it. So I'm not out yet. He doesn't have E-Speed. I say, oh, I'm back. Cool. Yeah, this was disgusting. Like, all you had to do was Draco there. And you were good. Or literally go out into Dragonite and hope to not get crit on the first one. Because you still have a full HP Lottie that can Draco and do it. Did F per ban D9 sub SD Heracross? That makes a lot of sense. So I somehow make it to game 3. And here we are with game 3. It's fire. All right, so Rose Raid into Aerodactyl. You always gotta vibe check Aerodactyls, right? Because sometimes they just do not go for taunt. So you always gotta vibe check them. So I vibe check him a little bit, you know. Vibe check him, get up a little T-Spike. Go for a little Leaf Storm. Hey, let's go Ness. That's awesome, bro. Now, I'm actually a little weak to Arrow. Not really, though. I'm gonna go Pert. You know, sometimes you gotta vibe check them a little bit, too. I'd say, because I don't lose anything, right? If they taunt me, you gotta vibe check them a little bit. I'll practice them. So I vibe check them a bit, but I basically get back to full from this. Homie brings out Empoleon, which is terrifying. I'm assuming Shookaberry. Empoleon's terrifying. You want to know why Empoleon's terrifying? Why did this Empoleon knock out my road? This is like a max roll, but why did this Empoleon knock out my guy after. So I'm forced to go T-Tar. Why the hell did that Mon die? They go for Grass Lock, not trying to miss, which is fair. And I go for the I believe I'm CB on this one. Because I'm always CB. Thank you, Jake. Knock him out with that. They go Ape. I'm going to go Lottie here. As a nasty plot. I believe do I actually surf here or do I double? I think I always surf here. Yep, I surf. Always. I think T-Tar does deserve CC. They get me on the pursuit play, but it does give me rocks. Which let me kill Arrow and also chip down. Because I have Amon in the back that's looking really good. The reason Latios is really good for weakening. And this is great to get an Arrow before that, but you don't really get any damage from that though. Like, EQ doesn't do crap, and I kill Arrow. So rocks are really nice because it actually puts T-Tar in range of my last Mon, which you guys will see. Flagon comes out, which cannot kill me. It misses Draco, unfortunately. This did not kill, and I knocked him out with Ice Beam always after. But it was rough because I don't know if the Ape has Grass Knot. So Zapdos comes out to go for the most obvious hidden power grass of its life, right? But it's actually Specs Hidden Power Flying. And this is perfect because Zapdos is putting itself in range of my attacks. I throw off a nice little Lava Plume. I think I'm Torment Trend. Yeah, that Specs Hidden Power Flying did a lot. But that Thunder, that Rocks chip and everything is big. Oh no, I'm not Torment Trend. I'm just Sub Protect. So I knock out T-Tar, which is why the Lottie damage was big. Infernip comes out. At this point, I sack my own Tyranitar. It's Nasty Plot Mix Ape, which is wild. But at this point, it's -1. And his team just loses to Scarf Rotom, which I had in the back. Which is why I was going for the damage on that. Which is why I went for the damage. So I don't think the miss actually mattered versus Flygon. Because they would have still died. But yeah, I end up winning 2-1, and I make it to round 2 of DPP Cup. And then I forfeited round 2 without playing because I got busy with family being over this weekend. We had scheduled, and I was like, let me see if I see it. Night Cosmo. Oh yeah, we scheduled. Actually, fan taking money last up family. Yeah, so I made it, and then I just forfeited.